Hey guys, welcome to our 8-week strength training program. Today is our first session. I'm very excited for you to join me. We've got Layla doing our modeling today for us, or doing the class. With all of this, we want to do progressive overload strength training. So I want you to use weights where you feel like at sort of 10 reps you're nearing your max. If it is too easy, you can either go heavier or do more reps or slow it right down. Sometimes you don't have heavier weights. For a leg session, you can always, for lunges, put on a backpack just to add a little bit more weight. If you've only got two light weights, you can put some water bottles in a backpack. That can add some weight. You can slow your reps down, or you can just do more. So even if we only on this video do 10 to 12 reps, if you need to do more reps, please do. You can just pause the video and join us when you're ready. All right, we're going to start off with a little warm-up. You're going to come onto your knees. We're going to warm up the hip flexors, the glutes. So put your right leg in front. You want to have your knee over your ankle. Perfect. Back leg as far back as you can manage. You're getting a nice stretch. Hands on the floor, lifting your chest up, dropping your hips, and roll those hips side to side. Excellent work. We're going for 5 of these, lifting up that chest. Awesome job. Once you've done 5, you're going to send your bum back. You're going to straighten that front leg. Keep your hands wherever you need and going forward. You want to think of sliding and gliding those tissues. So we're going to go for 5 of those. Straightening that front knee every time. As you come forward, drop the hips, lift the chest. Let's go for 3 more. And forward. Beautiful. 2 more. And last one. Nice. Right. Let's change legs. You're going to put your left leg in front. Dropping the hips, lifting the chest. Make sure your knee is over your ankle, back leg back, and roll those hips side to side. Nice work. Excellent. For this workout, you're also going to have a book at hand and a chair or a step or something that you can use to step onto. And let's take the bum back and forward. Remember, drop the hips, lift the chest. Breathing out, straighten that front leg. And forward. Excellent. 3 more. Breathing out. And always think of moving the hands as much as you need to, but as little as you have to. Nice work. I think this is our last one. Excellent work. All right, come up into standing. We're going to do a little hip opener in standing, and then we're going to get started. For the first exercise, once we've done the hips, you're going to need your book. So if you need to find that now, you can. And we're going to do little hip openers. Alternating sides. Beautiful. Just releasing those hips. Nice and comfortable. Nice. Breathing out. It also helps get your balance on that leg. Let's go for 2 more. 1 more each side. Nice work. All right, we're going to move this mat slightly out the way. And you're going to grab your book. So we've got a nice Grey's Anatomy book. Doesn't need to be a biology book. Okay, so you're going to stand with your right leg on the book, grabbing your weights. Sorry, grab your weights. Okay, I'm going to cut that. All right. Beep. Okay, so you're now going to stand with your right leg on the book. You're going to grab your weights. Have your foot properly on the book. And your other leg, do we need to move it out? Yeah. Okay, there we go. So have your foot properly on the book, and you're going to rest your other foot just next to it, kind of tipping on the front of it. You're going to step back into a reverse lunge. We're just going to demo, and up. Beautiful. Every time, keep going. You want to think, pause there, of this kind of 90-90. So don't put your knee down, and you want to be a little bit further back. Yeah. There. Okay. You want your knee over your ankle, and then coming up. Excellent. Let's go for 12 to 15 reps. Let's see how we go. Nice work. All the time thinking tummy pulled in, shoulders down and back. Great job. And a nice big step back. And just as Layla's doing, which is perfect, keep going. You want to make sure that your knee is going lower than the book, because otherwise there's no point in doing elevated reverse lunges. If you're stopping above the book, you might as well just do it with your leg off the book on the ground. So see how you feel. If anything is sore, don't go into that range. Watch that your front knee doesn't roll in. You want to squeeze it out from your glutes. How many are we on?
10.
8, perfect. 4 more. Remember to breathe. Tummy in. 3, 2, nice. Try not to touch the floor. 1, excellent job. All right, we're going to change sides. So remember, this is our first round. We're doing this 3 times. If you've realized that your weights aren't heavy enough, or they're too heavy, or you need a backpack to add a bit of resistance, when we do our next time, that's what you can do. All right, so stepping left foot on the book. Set those shoulders down and back, tummy pulled in, and let's go. You can tap that, yeah, make sure you're not losing your balance. Beautiful. And perfect form. You want to think of sending your weight quite far back, so you're not getting your knee over your toe too much. Breathing in, breathing out. So there's definitely a little bit of balance that has to go with this. We also have a wall where Layla's being very careful not to fall over. That would change the class a little bit. Nice. You do need to count because I'm not counting.
I'm counting.
Amazing. How many more?
3 more.
Perfect. Watching that knee.
Yeah.
2. Tummy in. 1. Nice work. All right. Now we're going to do calf raises on the book. So you can use your weights or you don't have to. You can maybe use one weight, hold it in one hand, because if you need for balance to hold on to something. So do this next to something where you can hold on for balance just in case. I want you to step with your balls of your foot on the book. If you've got a step somewhere close by, you can use that. You're going to drop your heels all the way down and rising up. Nice. Going for 20. We want to do quite high reps with calves because they work all day for us walking. Knees nice and strong, quads nice and strong, beautiful, and breathing out. And just as Layla's doing, go right up onto your toes. So imagine you're in a pair of stilettos. You want that clench of the calf at the top. Beautiful. Nice. Still think of tilting that coccyx, tummy in, shoulders down and back. Nice work. Excellent. 10 more. I'm making it up. Is that right? Yes. Beautiful. Down and up, controlled. You can use your weight. You don't have to use a weight. The calves get tired. Yep. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful job. All right, we're going to go straight back into our lunges again. Remember, if you need to change your weights, if you need to up your weights a little bit, you can. If you need to find a backpack, you can absolutely. If your weights are perfect and you just want to do higher volume, also great. All right, setting those shoulders, tummy in, let's go. So part of the thing with the strength training session is we're not having a lot of resting. It's short and sharp. So we are, if you need to, should we move the book out a bit?
We can start that again.
Yeah. Okay. Right, so let's get going. Stepping on, we're going back and forward. So part of the thing with this session is it's short and sharp. We're not doing long rests between. We're trying to keep the heart rate up a little bit. We're working those muscles to fatigue. It's a quick session. We don't have access to heavy weights, so we need to keep those muscles working. If you are doing ridiculously heavy weights, you obviously take time to recover in between. So if you have access to that and you're doing this at home, amazing. If you're doing this at the gym and you want to go nice and heavy, slow it down a little bit.
2 more.
Perfect. Thank God she's counting. Excellent job. Changing sides. Is it getting sore or just tired?
Sore, but only that one. So good.
Okay. I wonder why.
I have weak ankles.
Okay. All right. Well, this does strengthen your ankles because you've got a balance. Do you need it more this way?
I think that's actually fine.
There we go. All right. Let's get ready to go. And down and up. Nice. So watch that front leg. You want to think of wrapping it around from your butt. Tummy in, beautiful posture. Shoulders are down and back. Nice work. Breathing in, breathing out. Always remember to breathe out. And I like to breathe out as you push up, whenever it works for you. But it's quite nice when you've got to do a power movement. Excellent. How many more?
3.
Perfect. Tummy in. Control it at the bottom there. Nice. So it's much harder to not touch the floor than to touch.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. We're going to go into our calf raises. So now, because you held the weight in the one hand, turn yourself around
Okay.
and hold it in the other, just to make it symmetrical. Okay, so stepping with the balls of your feet on, quads nice and straight, squeezing your bum, pulling that tummy in, shoulders down and back, rising up and down for 20. Beautiful. And every time you want to go all the way up so you get that proper clench. Beautiful job. Tummy pulled in. Breathing out, squeeze. You'll often find, Layla's doing it perfectly, at home you might find that your knees try and bend. Really lock those quads up straight, pulling your knees up. Nice, tummy pulled in. Tell me when you're at 10.
13.
Perfect, we're even past that. And rising up and down, beautiful. Awesome job, we're going for 20. Beautiful. All right, shaking out those legs.
One more.
One more round. Okay. So, right foot to start. If your ankle gets too sore, stop.
Okay.
Okay. It does work the ankle, it works the stability. We never want to work through pain. So if it's just tired, if it gets sore, stop. We'll change. Okay, let's go. Tummy in, shoulders down and back. Nice work. Beautiful. Watching the 90 degrees. Stomach's pulled in, shoulders down and back. Knees staying facing forward. Beautiful job. Breathing out, pushing up. 5 more. 4. Nice. 3. 2. And last one. Excellent work. Well done. Ankle okay?
Yeah.
Ish. It's done with us now, so it's fine. All right. Left leg on. Up nice and tall. Tummy pulled in. Let's go. Amazing. So always remember, guys, you want to go lower than your book. So if you're stopping with your back knee above the level of that book, there's no point doing elevated. It gives us a little bit more range. So we really get into the glutes in that front leg. Think of pushing through your heel. So this is perfect. Make sure your foot is properly on that book or whatever you're using. Nice. How many more?
This is 10. This is
Nice. 2 more. Beautiful. Set those shoulders down and back. 1. Amazing job. All right. For this last round, do you want to wait or no weights for the calves?
No weights.
Yeah.
Symmetry.
For symmetry. Exactly. That's what I was thinking. All right. 20. Let's go. So have your feet a little bit more off the book. There. Okay. So you can drop right down. Let's go. 20. Legs nice and straight. Tummy in. Dropping those heels all the way down. Obviously, we're limited with the book because if you go too far down, the book is going to lift. If you're doing it on a step, you absolutely can do that. Nice. And breathing out, squeeze. Tummy in, shoulders down, all of the rest of it. Nice work. Tell me when you're at 10. 10. Let's go for 10 more. Squeeze. I don't mind if we like overshoot and we do too many. We just never want to do too few. Yep. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. All right, good. So I wasn't going to stop you in the middle because it was going to take too long. It was definitely past 5. When you do your calf raises, and this goes at home as well for next time, watch that as you lift your heels, your feet are staying facing forward. On your right side, it was doing that. And that's just a sign of instability and a bit of fatigue. So you want to try and pull that foot facing forward. Okay, so just for next time and for next time we do calf raises, try and remember that. I will remember to remind you. Okay, grab some water if you need. We're going to go into our hip thrusts. So for this, you're going to grab your one weight. You're going to come and lie on your back. You're going to place the weight on your hips. Now, if it is too uncomfortable, you can put a towel or something there. There is quite a handy way, I'll actually show you, of using a thick weight, a thick band, and putting 2 dumbbells in, and it kind of hangs on either side of your hips. We're not going to do that now because it feels like a little bit too much admin, but you can at home if you're struggling, put a dumbbell on either side and rest it over your waist. So to set it up, you want your heels nice and close to your bottom. That's it. You want to have your back glued to the floor, tummy pulled in. You're going to push through your heels, even lift your toes up so that you're absolutely pushing through the heels. Tummy pulled in, we're going to up and down for 20. Nice. Down and up, pushing through those heels. You want to make sure those knees stay over your hips. Don't let them roll together. Tummy's pulled in, you've got that slight posterior tilt and push. Nice. When we get to 20, we're going to do 10 on each leg, single legs. You can put the weight away if you need to for that. Try and keep the weight, even if you get to 8 reps. And breathing out, squeeze. And when Layla gets too strong, I do have 15 kilogram weights. They're actually my door stops at the moment. And squeeze, beautiful. Keep those legs straight. What are we on? 5 more. 5, 4, nice. 3, clench at the top. 2, 1, beautiful. Now drop it down. Put your feet together. Lift one leg up. You can have your legs straight or bent. And we're going to lift up and down. 8 to 10 reps. Try and keep those hips level. And squeeze, push through that bum. Beautiful. This should start to burn. Nice. Pushing through the heel. Let's go for 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Buns of steel. Other side. Again, reconnect that tilt. Tummy in. Let's go. Nice. Pushing through the heel. Beautiful form. Nice work. So the butt is such a big, glute max muscle is such a big muscle. We've really got to try and burn out all those muscle fibers. So that's why we have to do more reps. Nice, we're nearly there. 1 more. And relax it down. Amazing. Right, place that weight to the side. Don't hurt your shoulders. We're going to stay here and we're going to go for sit-ups. Now, if at home you struggle with a sit-up, you can do a crunch. But if you can do a sit-up, hands behind your head. If you struggle, you can have your hands by your side. You need to figure out where your feet need to be. Tummy pulled in, let's go for 20. Breathing out. We're going to do 20 in our first round. We'll see how we go. You don't need to worry too much about extending as you come up, just rolling up and down. Beautiful form. This is amazing. And curling down, pulling that belly button in towards your spine. Nice work. Breathing out. Excellent. As you come up, you want to keep those knees in line with your hips. The temptation is for those knees to come together. And by keeping them apart, you really activate your inner thighs, which help with your core. Excellent. 10 more. Let's go. Breathing out. Now, always think of tucking your chin in. You want to keep that rounded posture, tummy pulled in. I know I'm always about the sort of straight back, but in this position, we want to round. Beautiful. Breathing in, breathing out, rolling up through that spine. Use your breath to help you come up. 4 more. I'm kind of making up numbers, but I'm quite good at estimated, like guessing. Okay, see, it's kind of a guess. It feels right. Nice. 2 more. Nearly there. Good job. Abs are burning. Last 1. Excellent. And relax it down. Right, you're going to come back down onto the mat. The reason I like these 2 exercises together is you actually use your abs a lot in your hip thrust. So we're kind of tiring out the abs a little bit and then doing it a bit more. So grabbing that weight, come down a fraction more. All right, perfect. Feet hip distance apart, heels nice and close to your bottom. You want, when you're up, you want your ankles under your knees. Tummy pulled in, let's go. Breathing out, up and down for 20. And squeeze, beautiful form. Your arms can stay on the floor, your elbows, doesn't matter if they stay touching. They've obviously got to hold the weight. If the weight gets too uncomfortable, take it off. And if you find you're not feeling much without a weight, then rather do 20 single legs. Okay, that's also a way that you can progress it. Nice. Tummy pulled in, breathing out. Pushing through those heels. I love the toes lifted because there's no other place that you can push, and that really activates this posterior chain. Nice. How many more? 7. Beautiful. I would have said 10, so thank goodness I asked. And squeeze tummy in, lifting up, breathing out. Excellent work. Well done. Right, now feet closer together. We're going to go 1 leg 10, 1 leg 10. Right, when you're ready, let's go. Breathing out and try and keep that height. Push through the heel. Beautiful. Squeeze. Tummy's pulled in. Your hips are staying level. And by having the weight, you kind of have to keep it level, otherwise it's going to fall off. Pushing through the heel. Knee stays facing the ceiling. Beautiful job. Going for 10 wherever you need to stop. Perfect. Other side. Tummy in, reset, and push. Be careful at the top of this movement, you're not doing it. Be careful not to arch your back. So you want to still try and keep that tilt. Pushing through the heel, breathing in, breathing out. That's amazing. Excellent work. And relax, I think. Nice. All right, popping the weight by your side. We're going to go for our sit-ups. Again, we're aiming for 20. Okay, let's see. I really don't mind if you reach fatigue. Perfect. My job is done. Okay, so whenever you reach fatigue is amazing. Let's go. Tummy in, do your crunches if you need, and go. Breathing out. Nice work. So what you'll find is that as you do get tired, you might get to 18. Make sure that 18 is the max you can do. If you can squeeze out one more, squeeze out one more. If you get to 12 and you literally cannot come up anymore, then I want you to go into some crunches. Okay, beautiful. Let me know when you're at 10, squeezing up, using that breath to help you out. Nice. Perfect alignment of the legs. They're not coming together. Nice. We've got to be at 10 now. 7. Oh, they feel so long. Breathing out, curling up. Excellent work. Scooping in those abs. 10. Let's go for 10 more. Obviously, you guys doing it at home, do it in your own time. Some people are faster, some people are slower. If you need to stop and have a rest, you do you. You can always pause the video. English, it's fine. Lots of words. Nice. Awesome. 5 more. Breathing out. Tummy pulled in. You got this. Nice work. Perfect. Woohoo! Well done. One more. Amazing. So if you need to put your arms forward, that's 100% fine. Okay. Right. Last round. Hip thrusts. Okay. Glute bridges. Hip thrusts are more with your upper body on a chair. Come down a little bit towards me. All right. Weight. And again, if you need to put a backpack, if you don't have a weight, let's get ready to go. 3, 2, 1. So what I'm always checking for is that we're pushing through the heels. When your toes are up, you definitely can only push through your heels. It's amazing. That your knees are over your ankles. That your knees stay in line with your hips. Pelvis is tilted. Tummy's pulled in. Nice. And that you're breathing. That is crucial. I know it sounds silly. Sometimes people stop breathing. Okay. And breathing out. Nice. Tell me when you're 10. Perfect. 10 more. And squeeze. Your butt should be burning. We are blasting out those little fibers, making sure we get to every single glute fiber, because as you get tired, the body starts trying to recruit other muscle fibers from the surrounding areas. So you really are trying to use every little bit. One more. Was that it? Sorry, I thought you said 1. An extra 1 is fine. 11's great. 21 is a lucky number. All right. Single legs for 10. Lifting up one leg. Beautiful. And let's go. Pushing through your heel. Tummy in. Beautiful. Nice height. And squeeze. Keep those abs connected. Perfect job. Nice. 10. Amazing. Let's change sides. Tummy pulled in, shoulders down, and lift. Push through that heel. Making sure the focus is there. This leg, I don't mind if it's straight or bent or anything. It's really not about the one in the air. It's about the leg that's on the floor. Push that bum. Nice. 9. And 10. Beautiful. All right, so we've just finished our glute bridges. We've got one more round of sit-ups. Let's go. Breathing out as you roll up. Nice. Have your arms here for now. That's it. I'd rather you do the 20 sit-ups with your arms wherever you need, Just make sure you're not pulling on your thighs. That's perfect. Keeping your chin in. Rolling up. Beautiful. Nice work. Tummy pulled in, breathing out the whole way. Knees are staying facing the ceiling. You're not letting them roll to each other. Tummy in. Great job. How many?
9.
Awesome. Let's go for 10 more. Breathing out, squeeze, rolling through that spine. You want to think of kind of every level of that spine articulating as you go. Tummy squeezed. Use your breath out as you're pushing up. Nice work. With your hands by your side, think of shoulders down and back. Nice work. Tell me when there's 2 more.
4.
Excellent. We're nearly there. Whew.
2.
Nice. 2 more. Careful you're not throwing your head. Keep your chin tucked in. 1. Amazing work. Well done. All right. So for our next exercise, I'm just going to show you. I'm going to move the mat out the way temporarily. You're going to grab a chair or something that you can step up on. Please make sure it is solid and that it's not going to break. Okay. So you're going to place your right foot on. Now, normal step-ups, you can you just do this and we end up pushing off this leg. I want you to lean forward onto your right leg and all the pressure is coming from here to push up through your heel and through your quads. When you start, I don't want you to bend this leg. You're literally pushing off this front leg and slowly lowering it down. So it's very slow and controlled and it's all in this leg. Okay, we're going to do 10 on each leg and then we're going to do a side plank on each side. Okay, so let's go. I am slightly concerned about this. Make sure you don't have anywhere you can fall. So I'm here.
Okay.
Don't grab. I'm going to put this arm out. Okay. All right. So leaning forward. You want to really push through this heel and your quads. Tummy pulled in. Hands can be wherever you want. And push. Yeah. Nice. Okay. So less bend in that back leg. You can be a little bit further closer to you. Push through this. Nice. And down. So again, I'm going to go slightly less push off in there. There. Beautiful. That was perfect. And that's why we're only going for 10. That's it. It's a massive movement. Huge difference from when you use that other leg. Nice, Layla. I can see those muscles working. Great job. Yeah, that's fine, but at least you know that. You're also going to be getting tired. We've got 2 more. Nice.
No, it's think about the muscle.
100%. It's a proper brain thing because you got to pretend that leg's just not working. But also you get tired, so that's fine. Yeah. Excellent. All right, changing sides. Very nice. But it's a game changer for the exercise. So suddenly you're working your bum and your quads massively. So tummy in. Push through the heel. Think of just this leg. Nice. You're also going to have one leg that's slightly stronger than the other. So you're going to be one side where you're like, I literally just need a bit of a push. Nice. Beautiful. Yeah, if you've got something that you can have next to you to hold on to. The only reason Layla and I feel a bit cautious is literally this drops down a floor on this side. Nice. Is this your slightly weaker leg?
It's weird because it feels stronger in that I know what I'm doing, but
yeah,
it's definitely slower.
No, slow is fine. Slow is harder. 2 more, I think. Nice. It's a much harder exercise done this way. So you'll see people in the gym up and down and up and down. Pretty pointless unless you're just working cardio. Nice. Well done. Okay, I'm going to move that out the way. We're going to move this back. We're going to go into a side plank. Okay, move that, just the end of it a little bit. Yeah, all right. So for your side plank, you can go onto bend your knees, do a half side plank. You're going to have your elbow directly under your shoulder. If your legs are straight, I want your top leg on the floor, tummy pulled in. Still think of tilting that coccyx to the seat towards the camera. Shoulders down and back. Breathing out. We're going to go for 30 seconds. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Nice. Now, if you can't manage 30 seconds, drop down onto your knees, go into a half plank. You want to think of pushing the floor away from here. So you've got a nice triangle underneath the body. Lifting up the hips, squeezing the inner thighs, pull your tummy in. That's 15 seconds. We're halfway already. Breathing out, tummy in, push the floor away. Lifting up those hips. That is beautiful. Squeeze. I get louder as I try and motivate. 5, 3, 2, 1, and down. Beautiful work. Other side. So elbow directly under the shoulder, and it feels too close to you when you set it up, but once you're up, you don't want to be in that position where it's too far. Top leg in front, squeeze those inner thighs together, tilt your coccyx, and push. Lifting up. Beautiful. Again, you're going to have one side that feels harder than the other. Within that, just work within your range. Squeeze your tummy. If you need to go down into your knees halfway, nice. That's 15 seconds, 15 to go. Tummy pulled in. Push that elbow into the floor, squeezing those legs together. Beautiful. Squeeze, tummy in for 5, 3, 2, 1, and drop. Excellent work. All right. Do you want to move the mat for me? Thank you. Okay. Right, round 2 with the chair. So, right leg up. And again, you want to think of, now we've kind of got the action. You'll find sometimes with this it gets easier as you go into your second and third rep. Set, let's go. Pushing, beautiful. A lot of this is a brain exercise, is kind of, that's perfect.
It's the brain.
Yeah, it's just figuring out how to get up on the chair without pushing off that back leg. Because ideally the body likes a bit of a plyometric push, but we're now using purely strength. Beautiful job. Going for 10. Keep those abs pulled in. Shoulders down and back. And think of pushing through that heel.
2.
Nice work. 2 more. Or is that 1? Nice. Wait, just going to throw in the extra one because we can.
Yeah.
Excellent. Beautiful. Other side.
Yeah.
Well done.
Round is better.
Second round's much better. Your brain's going, oh, okay, I know what to do now. Tummy in, reset, way through that front leg. Put your foot slightly more in the middle.
It's also too far.
Yeah, okay. And let's go.
That was too much of a pull, but it's fine. Yeah, this is the weaker leg.
Yeah.
My brain is it.
Okay, doesn't matter, you're okay?
Yeah.
Don't hurt yourself. You guys keep going. You're going for 10 reps. This is very normal for the brain to kind of short circuit a little bit. If it is too much, you need the push off.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So we use our push off as our kind of assistance. But very interesting for your running, the big difference. And that's why it's so good to do single leg stuff like this. Nice. And it's coming back again. It just had a little brain fart. Excellent. Nice. So we're going for 10. When you finish your 10 at home, have a little break. Excellent. Don't rush through it. It's perfect. I promise you, if you're struggling, everyone's struggling. It is a tough, tough exercise. I think that's 10. One more. She's so honest. Beautiful. All right, let's move the mat back in. Nice. We're going to go into our side plank. When you start looking forward to a side plank, then you know. Okay, we're going to come a little bit more here. Excellent. Right. Onto your side. Elbow under that shoulder. Top leg in front. Squeeze those inner thighs. Pull your tummy in and lift. Let's go. Beautiful. Squeeze your butt. Tilt that coccyx towards the ceiling. Push that arm into the floor. Tummy in and breathe. Squeeze those legs together. Nice work. Strong legs. Excellent. We've got 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and down. Nice work. Other side. I'm going to sit out your way. I feel like I'm crowding you. Sit on the chair, have a little snooze. All right, squeeze those legs together, elbow under the shoulder, tummy pulled in, have that strong triangle between your lats and your chest and your arm, and let's go. Lift, beautiful. So you're going to squeeze from here, tilt your pelvis forward, squeeze your tummy in. Nice work, guys. Push that arm into the floor, really use that arm. So you use your whole underneath side to help support you. 15 seconds, 15 to go, breathing out, push. Nice. Think of tilting, squeeze. Beautiful. For 5, 3, 2, 1, and down. Nice work. Right. We got our last round coming up.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Let's move that out the way. Okay, so this is your last round. Bearing in mind your legs are going to be tired. Do what you can manage. As much as you need to use that little push off, that's your little assistance. Okay, right leg up, shoulders down, tummy in, weight through that front leg, push through your heel. Let's go. Nice work. Breathing out. Beautiful control. And push down. Think of pushing the chair away. Nice. Tummy in. 5 more. You can correct me if I'm wrong.
That's right.
Nice. Beautiful. Shoulders staying down. Tummy pulled in. Pushing through that butt. Excellent.
That's the last one.
Nice. Well done. Other side. Last time. We're nearly there. Killing it. Left leg on. Setting yourself up. Shoulders down. Tummy in. And push. Okay. Nice. Beautiful. So this set is your best set so far on the slide. I know we're only 3 in, but it looks a lot stronger. So a lot of the time with this kind of strength stuff, because it is so controlled, we are using the brain, and the brain learns.
Fails.
It's okay. The brain learns how to do it. We want muscle fatigue. I'd be really disappointed if this was easy. So that's great. Nice work. Woof. 2 more, guys. 2 more, and then you finish with this. This is a tough little circuit. This and side planks, really quite beast mode. Beautiful. Well done. All right. Let's move the chair out the way.
It makes side planks easy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when you start looking forward to your side plank, you just know. All right. Last time. Let's go. I'm just going to move this a little bit further back. Okay. Elbow under the shoulder, top leg in front. If by this time you need to go on your knees for your 30-second plank, we're going to lift in 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Same things again. Lifting up from underneath. You're really working the underneath, pushing up through the hips, pushing up through that arm that's on the floor. Push the floor away. Tummy pulled in. Squeeze those legs together. Nice work. That's 20 seconds. Breathing out. You're so close to being finished. Tummy in. Keep breathing. Don't stop now. You got 5, 3, 2, 1, and relax. There's no way in the world you would ever do 3 side planks on your own.
No.
I mean, I speak for myself. There's no way in the world I would do this on my own. So this is why we do the classes. All right. Squeeze those legs together. Tummy pulled in. Shoulders down and back. 3, 2, 1, and go. Nice. Tilting. Squeeze your bum. Push the floor away with that elbow. You want to work that whole underneath side, squeezing those legs. You're basically using every single muscle in your body. That's 15 seconds. You're halfway. We are so close to being done, guys. Well done. Breathing in, breathing out. That's 20 seconds. 10 to go. Nice. 5, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Well done, guys. That was amazing work. I'm very impressed. You did good. See you for our next session, which is upper body. Cheers, guys.